Hi, my name is Patrick, and this is Prep Mindful, your daily video practice in mindful test prep. And today I want to introduce a simple, quick breathing exercise that's been proven to produce a radical state change, and it can help us more closely approach our best self. I didn't get into this line of work because I'm particularly passionate about standardized tests. In fact, I find them to be sort of dull and uninteresting. What I am passionate about is working with people to help us get the most out of ourselves. How can we take our ability and translate that into an optimum performance? The breathing exercise that I'm going to introduce today is one tool that I like to use. Now, the technique itself is relatively simple. I'll put a link in the description to Dr. Andrew Weil, who will do a much better explanation of exactly how it works, but the quick and dirty is this. It's called 4-7-8 breathing. Now, all the breathing is happening through your nose. You inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 7, and exhale for a count of 8. 4, 7, 8. Not too crazy, huh? But when you try it out, it might just blow your mind how much a simple technique for changing the rhythm of your breathing can produce a profound difference in how you feel, both mentally and physically. Whenever I can feel myself getting anxious or stressed and feel like I'm riding a wave of these scattered thoughts and like my heart is beating super fast and I just need to feel differently than the way I feel. Honestly, that's my primary trigger for employing 4-7-8 breathing, is when I can hear a voice in my head go, gosh, I wish I didn't feel this way. That's when I know it's time to use it. And I'll take somewhere between 4 to 8, 4-7-8 breaths. And I'll tell you, by now, 3 or 4 breaths in, I can feel that I'm in a totally different space. It almost feels like my pulse has changed, my brain waves have changed, everything just feels like a clean reset and I'm back to center. There are a lot of different breathing techniques out there that people use in mindfulness and mindfulness meditation. The 4-7-8 has been particularly effective for me, I think because it sits right in a nice sweet spot between not being too simple or too complicated. If I try to do just breathing in on a count of 4 and breathing out on a count of 4, usually by the second or third breath, I'm back to thinking about whatever my so-called problems are. But it's not such an intricate process that you won't be able to do it your first time. I find the rhythm of 4 in, hold for 7, and out for 8 demands just enough of my attention that my brain doesn't have as easy a time wandering back to all its little anxieties. When I first started doing 4-7-8 breathing, I would do it in the morning and at night. I wasn't in the habit of doing it throughout the day yet, so I wanted to get in my reps. I would do 4 to 8 iterations in the morning, 4 to 8 before I went to bed, and before I knew it, as I would go through the day and I would feel like, ooh, I'm starting to get agitated, then I would remember, oh, we've been working on this tool, maybe we can use that. And I started to integrate it that way. One of the things that's nice about having this kind of breathing technique that helps you to recenter is that the tools are always with you. All it takes is your breath and your awareness. Unless you're in a very special circumstance, you can always breathe and you can always pay attention to that breath. And that's all it really takes to complete the 4-7-8 breathing. It's not a panacea. It's not going to solve all the problems that you think you might have. But when you want to be in your best state so that you can see problems calmly and clearly, 4-7-8 breathing can be a really nice shortcut back to that centered self. My advice, just like my advice for anything else I offer here, is to take it for a spin yourself. See how it treats you. If you find, yeah, this doesn't really do anything for me, well, party on. There are plenty of other ways in which we might be able to recenter ourselves and feel like we can act with a clarity and an intention that will make all of our actions so much more valuable. But just try it out and see what it does for you. It's going to feel silly counting your breath. I understand that. But to me, what's even sillier is riding a wave of anxiety and stress and not trying to do anything about it. Just accepting as inevitable that I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed out, I'm probably irritable, and this is just the way I am today. Because that's when the voice in my head goes, this isn't the way I want to be. I wish I felt differently. And that right there is when I employ 4-7-8 breathing. So check out the video in the link and let me know how it goes for you. My name is Patrick, and this has been Prep Mindful.